just over 24 hours after a federal court rejected Republicans' efforts to block Prop 50 maps. GOP leaders and the Trump administration say the fight is not over. They are now turning to the U.S. Supreme Court. 17's Capitol correspondent Eitan Wallace breaks down what to expect.
It's the ruling that dealt a blow to Republicans and a victory for Governor Gavin Newsom and Attorney General Rob Bonta. On Wednesday afternoon, in a 2-1 decision, a panel of judges in a Southern California U.S. District Court ruled the voter-approved Prop 50 congressional maps, drawn to help Democrats pick up at least 5 additional congressional seats in California, can move forward in the 2026 midterm election. The court dismissed claims by the Trump administration and the state Republican Party alleging the maps were drawn to favor Latino voters over other groups. The judges who wrote the majority opinion said the challengers have failed to show that racial gerrymandering occurred. Bonta reacting.
This is what we expected. We think that Prop 50 is completely lawful. We expected the plaintiffs' attempts to fall flat, to fail. We expected the plaintiffs to lose.
But the Trump administration and state Republicans made clear their fight is not over.
We're moving forward, and again, we're going to exhaust all options.
GOP Clovis Assemblymember David Tangipa is a plaintiff in the case, trying to block the new maps. He and U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi shared that message in the wake of the ruling. Their side filed an emergency appeal with the U.S. Supreme Court. Tangipa believes the conservative majority on the High Court will consider the Ninth Circuit's dissenting opinion from Trump-appointed Judge Kenneth Lee. He argued the Prop 50 maps were racially gerrymandered, noting he came to that conclusion after the person who drew the maps, Paul Mitchell, made public statements saying he hoped to bolster Latino voters in one of the newly drawn districts.
The dissent actually states that that's the smoking gun. So yes, I am hopeful.
But McGeorge School of Law adjunct professor Chris McKaylee notes just a few months ago, the U.S. Supreme Court's 6-3 conservative majority allowed Texas to move forward with its new congressional maps designed to help Republicans pick up 5 U.S. House seats there. That Supreme Court ruling dismissed claims of any racial gerrymandering in the Lone Star State. McKaylee says the majority opinion in that case hinted the High Court may rule similarly on the California Prop 50 case.
The U.S. Supreme Court in the Texas redistricting case referenced the state of California by name. And so to be intellectually honest and consistent, we would expect the same outcome by the U.S. Supreme Court with the California maps as they decided with the Texas maps.
And the U.S. Supreme Court will need to rule on this relatively soon, so candidates can decide which congressional districts to run in ahead of the quickly approaching filing deadline in early March. At the state capitol, Eitan Wallace, 17 News.